leggere alla braccia e fiaccole danzanti, lamelle dondolanti.
All right, everybody, welcome to the stream for the start of what is to be an amazing event here in Italy. We've got footage right there of the red flag up, signifying just 3 minutes until the start of our first heat here of the event, which is pretty exciting because we've had some light winds throughout the day. The box, we should be able to have an uninterrupted view of the action. So as I mentioned, if you're just joining us, underway is Ewan Jaspan from Australia versus Gerashenko. Gerashenko going for a big line judge 3 and taking some gas on that one. So that was Gerashenko going down, and that is Ewan Jaspan right there with a, looks like a 3-1-3 attempt, but going down as well. So just give you an idea who we have on the water. Let's see if I've got that. That's definitely not Ewan Jaspan. But let's see if we've got Mr. Gerashenko. That's actually Helena Brochowska. But let me see if I can find Mr. Jaspan, who's clearly his profile's been mislabeled. But we do have Gerashenko right there, coming up right there. It's Artem from Russia, 18 years old. Kiteboarding 6 years, riding for North Quicksilver from Russia. Favorite move is the front blind mob, which I'm sure we're going to see one of those from him coming on as the afternoon progresses here into this our first heat of the day. So if you guys are tuning in to watch any other people, just going to give you a quick cap of what's going on today. We're going to go through heats 1 through 8 of the men, then to women's 1 through 4, then heat 9 through 16 of the men, and then back to the women's 5 through 8. That was Jaspan, I think, right there, landing what I think was a KGB. I've got basically the same view as you guys here, and as you can tell, it is a bit far away, but we're doing what we can to bring the action to you here. And as I mentioned, we've had to move the box considerably upwind due to really low water levels today. Trying to keep these guys in a safe depth of water. We were able to run some heats of the trials with the box a little bit closer to us, a little bit better angle, but I think the wind has shifted directions today, and it's kind of pushing the water a little bit off the beach. And you can see that was Ewan Jaspan right there, kind of struggling, trying to get that one together. But that is Gerashenko right there on the orange, or I'm sorry, the purple kite coming in towards the beach. And then that's Ewan Jaspan on that green and black Nash kite. Gerashenko with a nice low mob, little butt check, but keeping his kite up in the air, which is what we're looking for. You can see a pretty big crowd there on the beach, here to watch these epic conditions and the epic battles that are sure to ensue as we progress throughout the day. So on the water again is a Jaspan and Gerashenko. Looked like that was Jaspan going for, I'm not sure what that was, but not making the rotation and definitely catching an edge and going into the water, as Gerashenko is landing another trick with Jaspan's kite down in the water. Trying to get a little bit bigger picture here on my screen, because I'm basically watching, again, what you guys are seeing here is I'm a little bit far removed. I've got an overview, but it's pretty tough to see what's going on. But that's Gerashenko right there. This guy right here is a picture of him. You can see he's a pretty young dude, 18, from Blazier, Russia, riding for North and throwing down right now. Just missing that trick, but yeah, unloading right now as Jasmine's got his kite back up in the water. And on the competition area, you know what, I love it and I hate it. We do this a lot, is we have the best intentions of getting underway, and you know, the guys are out free riding and it looks like it's doable, and then we start a heat and it just kind of turns to crap, and we throw up the abandonment flag, which is the nature of the beast, shall we say. Here in kiteboarding, it is obviously wind dependent, but fingers are crossed for a build here throughout the afternoon. But in the meantime, I mean, what a great place we've got here. We've got a little village set up with a skate ramp and a bunch of wine samples. We've actually got most of the area around here is stream, bringing the action to you live as it unfolds. But in the meantime, we've got a postponement flag up. We've just abandoned our first heat with Jaspan and Garashenko, both of those guys on the water, kind of
right, we back again. It's no accident, rock jumps over loops, kicking raw styles back to the roots. Give me the loot, more than expected, and it's not what it seems. Appearing weak, but every step is closer to dreams. They tell me where I could have been and what I could have seen, but this life was meant for me, cause I'm directing all the scenes. Get the cash, get the green, and if by any means must proceed, you downward and follow my lead. I'm on that positive tip, my best day of the week. Caught up on my sleeve, got beats to make it complete. Inspirations on full, got me sounding ill poetic. I'm energetic, got good vibes on impressions. Feel like it's destined, the hip-hop resurrection. Banging through your speakers, ain't no way that I'm ejecting. I'm blessing. With Gemini, we can be a match together, girl, just show me a sign.
Virgo, Scorpio, what do you know? Moon, right, starlight, heart of a Leo. Taurus in the house, and my Aries and Gemini. Light it up, blow it to the sky. One love, my Aquarius and Pisces. The Sagittarius, delirious and killer weeds. And the Caps and the Cancers hold it down. I pay attention to the signs around me. 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 I pay attention to the signs from the sky.
Approaching different, known to keep it kind of distant.
Mr. Jaspan right here from Australia right here, 19 years of age. Take a look at his mug. He's been kiting only 5.5 years, riding for Nash, Quicksilver, and Kite Republic. Favorite place to kite is Safety Bay in WA, which is not Washington. If you are an American, it is Western Australia. Favorite move is a dum-dum. So one of the, I think it's toe side trick that it's kind of coming around into fashion. And he's been pulling some sick ones. And his competitor is this guy right here from
fegatini, viscere alla braccia e fiaccole danzanti, lamelle dondolanti sul dorso della chiesa.
Leo, Taurus in the house, and my Aries and Gemini. Light it up, blow it to the sky. One love, my Aquarius and Pisces. The Sagittarius, delirious and killer weeds. And the Caps and the Cancers hold it down. I pay attention to the signs around me. I pay attention to the signs around me.
Time signature till I design, educate, then advance. Improve the movement, but for now, let's take a chance. Give it more of what you're asking. Find the same passion in rapping, providing different answers. Questioning my everyday till it's time to go. Time is slow, sit back, enjoy the show, go. And they sing it like, shine bright, shine bright. Same goal, same aim, different drive. Same image in mind, but different lives. Same court, same game, different drive. Same view with the streets, but different eyes. No more standing in line, reporting live. Feeling so alive, we have now arrived.
Now as I enter, the mood in the room starts to dim in, but I try to get my form fat like I was.
Follow, not enough, take the lead. Too many queens with a low self-esteem. Same road pass through like you knew. See a dark path, but that we can still shine through. Who move the wheel and still can take the damage. Want the prize and willing to take the challenge. Gotta suffer, dig deep to discover. We all got a glow that's hiding behind the cover. True lover reflect light, bright radiations. No limitations, hands high, celebrating. Experience the divine shine, awaken. We all wanna fly, but tell me who gon' make it. And they sing it like, shine bright, bright.
got the audio fixed. Thanks for your feedback on that. I oftentimes rely on that. So let's give it a shot here. Take you to the studio cam and see if we've got some audio for you guys here tuning in from around the world. Seems like we've got a lot of people tuned in from various places, but not really able to switch cameras for some reason. There we go. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? You can probably hear lots of other things going on in the background as well because it's a pretty busy room, but I've got my little setup here to myself, and a pretty good overview of the event site area. I don't have the closest view, but a pretty good view nonetheless. And you can see right here the flag is up, which means that we are under just 1 minute until the restart of this heat number 1. If I can get my camera to do some switching, it's a little sluggish with all the goodies that we have loaded up here for you. We've got rider profiles. I've got some interviews coming your way that the help of my good friend and staff photographer Toby Bromwich spent the day with me here, day 1, registration day, chasing down some of these riders and getting some pretty cool insight into what it's like being here, and just a little bit of their thoughts. So stick around for that. There's plenty of that to come. But if you're just joining us, we're under a minute until the start of this heat with this guy right here. It's the rerun of heat number 1 with Mr. Gerashenko. And that is the start right there. And that is Mr. Gerashenko coming in towards the judges' tower there, unwinding and throwing what was looked like a Slim 5 or an S-Mob 5 to start off this rerun of heat number 1 of the day. Jaspan from Australia versus Gerashenko on the water right now. Green flag up, and you can see kind of a little bit of some noise there on the beach. That's the Red Bull mobile DJ unit right there. That is mixing up some tunes for the people on the beach. And finally, my computer decides to put up Mr. Gerashenko's profile. But nice KGB from Gerashenko on the way out. And I'm not sure what's going on with Ewan. He's having a bit of trouble. Oh, actually, no, that's just someone holding his kite on the beach in case he needs a smaller or bigger kite. So Mr. Jaspan has some, I think he actually has his girlfriend here at this event. I wouldn't be surprised if that is her waiting in the side of the beach with another kite. Nice 3-1-3. We've got an announcer in Italian calling out these moves on the beach, and so we've got a pretty big Italian crowd here for this first heat of the day. Ewan Jaspan and Mr. Gerashenko. Oh, nice grab. Looked like a tail grab KGB from, couldn't really tell if that was, I think that was Gerashenko. And Gerashenko setting up again for a front blind, but not getting it. Who is that? Is Mr. Jaspan right there. A little backlit. It's actually going to get even more backlit as we move out throughout the day. If 3-1-3 for Jaspan right there. If you, well, I guess you didn't really hear what I said before, but we've had to move the box upwind quite a bit of the judges' tower. So unfortunately, we don't have the best angle from where we can get our camera to. But we had to move the box due to shallow water. We had a little bit more water in here with the tide and the wind direction, but it's a little bit more offshore, so it's kind of pushing the water away. So it's made what was a doable water depth as far as competing goes yesterday is now a little shallow. You can see Jeremy Lacody right there, only up to his shins in water right there. Guy with his tripod. So this water is extremely shallow with Jaspan coming in towards the beach. with a double S to blind. So, but putting his kite down, looked like he was going to get it. You can see he's definitely still trying to force some of these moves. I'm not sure if he's got the right kite, but Gerashenko seems to be riding fairly well in this. Let's see what our judges are saying here. But it looks like Ewan's, yeah, that was Ewan who did that grab, tail grab KGB. I thought it was Gerashenko, but that's scoring a nice 6.4. So Jaspan, from what I'm seeing, leading the charge right now. And Gerashenko doing his best to come in and do one of his tricks in front of the judges. But you can see those buoys right down there. That is the very bottom of the box. So that's as far down as they can go. We need to be about 20 feet higher from where we are. We were only able to get our tripod elevated only so much, but I'm almost thinking that we might have a little bit better angle from up here. We did move our cameras earlier to hopefully get a little bit more of the box, since we did move the competition area. There's that front blind that Gerashenko was looking for, but nothing super special about that. Kind of bobbled on the landing. Not going to do a whole lot, but right now Gerashenko is in the lead. Very close heat from both of these guys. I was going to pull up their profiles, but I don't really want to miss any trick. We've got Gerashenko coming in, and this could be a deal sealer for him. We've got just a couple minutes remaining in this heat. I'll try and get my watch synced up. And Jaspan landing something on the outside. Might have been a S1. Gerashenko, nothing substantial out of that last pop. But both these guys have a fair amount of tricks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just a few more tricks for each of these guys. Gerashenko, and it shows Mr. Jaspan just inching the win out against the young Russian by just a few small points. So very close heat from both of those guys, and we are going to be moving on into our next heat, which let's take a look at who we've got. We've got Mr. Schitzhofer, who is definitely no stranger to you guys. This guy right here from Austria, age 27. He's been kiting for 13 years, so definitely he's got some experience, more experience in contests than a lot of these younger guys here. But, you know, Schitzhofer is definitely one of those guys who's a strong rider, but doesn't pull it together that frequently in contests. He definitely has his shining moments, but usually it's not in front of the judges, unfortunately, but that can always change. So this guy's hungry, and he's definitely a strong rider. So he's coming up against his competitor, Mr. Font. And Font, I believe, is one of our Italian competitors here, one of our local guys. And he is one of the few guys that we did not get a profile from. So unfortunately, I can't show you that guy's mug, but I'm pretty sure he is one of our local riders. But let me just confirm that. Backlit with this angle we've got. No, Font is actually from Spain. Noe Font. So looks like a pretty young guy, but Kitesurf is leading this heat right now by a narrow 3 points. So it is anyone's heat right now. And that is Mr. Font, Noe Font from Spain. Right there with his helmet on. Nice back mob. Blocked by that Nobile kite. Launching and landing in the area, and I think that is probably one of the Brazilian duos. Looks like Carlos Madsen heading out with Kitesurf loading up with a nice back mob of his own. Still waiting for some scores to come in. That's Little Noe Font from Spain. Loading up. Nice front blind for from that little guy. That was an impressive move. All right. Kitesurf getting another trick under his belt. Little Noe Font on the outside. Not sure what that was. Something to toe side. Kind of difficult to see for me as I'm kind of staring here at my screen. Big wide shot, showing the area, trying to get focused. We've got Noe Font at the bottom of the box. We've got Michael Kitesurf right there at the top of the box. See what Shitsy's got for us. And he is just watching his competitor. And looks like Noe Font dropped his kite in the back. Shitsy loading. Little nuclear grab 3. Let's see what Shitsy's had to say when we caught up with him earlier.
Yeah, I'm Max Kitesurf from Austria, and we're here in Sicily at the 3rd PKRA tour stop. I had a 9th place in France in La Carte at the tour stop, and now I want to do that again here, get a top 10 space. The spot is sick, the conditions are good, and I had very good training in Austria at home, so yeah, let's hope it's a good one here as well. Let's hope it's a good
That is Mr. Michael Kitesurf. As we caught up with him at the beginning of the event, looking pretty relaxed. He's definitely one of the more mature guys, a little bit older, that we have on tour. And definitely a good role model for some of these younger kids. Noe Font getting something on the outside, but both Let's see, I think that's Michael right there coming in. And Michael's got a pretty solid lead against Noé Font from Spain. Shitzy looking for some power, looking a little under, but oh, nice. Like nose grab 360, nose grab mobe, I don't know what you call that. It's going to nose grab 360 and then looked like a frontside pass. So, and that, I believe, is going to be the end of that heat. And I'm pretty sure I'm right about that because that's the red flag signifying the end of that heat with Mr. Schitzhofer and Mr. Font. So coming up, we've got one of our Italian men who is no stranger to the PKRA. This guy right here, Mr. Alberto Rondina from Italy, only 23 years young, but already kiteboarding 10 years, riding for Cabrina, NP Surf, and GoPro. Favorite spots are Uraú, Brazil, and Maui, and of course his famous trick that he pulled for the first time in a competition in China last year, the Moby Dick 5. So he's coming up against this guy, Mr. Uter from France. And Uter is definitely one of the strong riders out of, I believe, France. So he look for some big tricks from him. He's hasn't been doing all the events, but he's definitely started to show his face quite a bit more. And we are back with Louis Uter and Alberto Rondina from France. Both these guys, pretty impressive riders. And that looks to be Louis Uter riding his F1, just loading up with a double, but putting his kite down in the drink. But he's up and riding away. We've got Alberto Rondina upwind, kind of hiding behind the judge's tower, out of view. And that's Albie right there. Oh, sick. Super inverted front blind mob. Just getting his board just super inverted and just stomping the tail first and then finishing up almost like a flip. So really solid front blind mob from Albie. I think the judges are going to like what they saw on that one for sure. Oh. Like a slim chance attempt from Albie, not really getting it. So Albie, we've seen. Let's take a look at Mr. Louis Uter. And he is probably going to throw one of those tail grab late mobs in this heat. So hopefully we didn't miss it. We're taking a look at his profile, but that is Albie Rondina on the, actually that's Uter right there on the upwind side, reaching towards us on his F1 kite. I believe it's an F1. Maybe it was a Tikkun. I've already forgotten. We've just seen his profile, and oh, sick. Just kite, just 30 degrees off the water. Really strongly executed trick from Louis Uter. Can't see. Now that is an F1 kite. Right at the bottom of the box. He got that trick. That is going to impress the judges as well. So we've got a pretty strong heat from both of these riders. Looked like a slim 5 from from Albie. And still out on the judges' scores here, so not a whole lot of scores I'm seeing here, but not really safe to say who's winning this one. Both these guys at the very bottom of the box. Uter going down, crashing a little, like a late mob. But Uter riding well powered. And a nice low mob from Rondina out the back. Strong takeoff, strong landing. Kite position was quite ideal. And good speed, exiting and entering with a fair amount of speed. So that's what we want to see from those guys. We've got about 3 minutes remaining here. We've got people fist pumping down there. That's impressive. I enjoy myself a bit of fist pumping at times. And I'm sure I will do some here at some point in this event. With Albie just stacking the points here with the Italian fans. So we've got, yeah, we know about the camera angle not being the hottest, but unfortunately it's what we are working with at the moment. So unfortunately we've got a limited range that our camera can be away from the rest of our setup without the 25G that we need for that wireless setup. But you've got Uter right there. Actually, that is Albie coming in, just pinching upwind, trying to get in front of the buoy there and execute a couple more tricks because he's just got a few minutes here. And that's going to do it. That's going to be it for both those guys, throwing down right there at the bitter end for both of those guys. Really close heat from what I'm seeing. We've got some pretty impressive scores from Louis Uter. Definitely want to make some... actually, I don't know. We just saw some pretty impressive scores from Louis Uter, and then I just did a refresh, and they're not there anymore. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one, but... right now we're showing Louis Uter versus Alberto Rondina, and it's uploading. Let's see who's going to have the highest point tally at this point. And right now it's looking like Louis. There's those scores back. Sevens, big sevens, 7.3 high scoring tricks of the event so far right now from Louis Uter. 7.30 and a 7. What is that? 0.07 for his back mob. So some pretty strong tricks, and 6.97 for an S-Mob. And I think he's going to take the cake from Alberto Rondina, which is going to be a pretty big upset for the Italian fans here, rooting on their fellow countryman Alberto Rondina. Definitely the highest level rider that we've got here in the main event. Just getting ousted right there here in the first round of the single elimination. So unfortunate for him, but that's going to be his end of the single eliminations, as far as I can tell. But I'm sure we will see him doing everything he can to come back after in the doubles. But we had a chance to catch up with him because he was injured for quite a bit of time. And let's hear what he had to say about that injury.
Yeah, so basically I got injured in Maui, a few weeks before going to France, and then I was just resting and hoping that the injury would would heal for France, and then I went in my heat in the single, but especially with the strong wind and the cold condition, my heel was still super sore, and so yeah, I had to give up for the comp, and I didn't compete in the double, and then I went to have the heel checkup, and there was blood shed in the bone, so that took me a long time actually, like a lot more than expected, to recover, like a month, working on crutches, and now, finally it looks like it's good, so hopefully it's going to be a good event here. It's good, so.
That was the man Albie about his injury, and that is not an easy thing to come back off of. I mean, he was sitting in, I think he finished in, I wasn't third last year, but I think I did finish in third place last year. It was either third or fifth, but definitely a pretty impressive finish, strong finish, and I'm sure he had hopes of doing as well this tour season, but thus far he's had some pretty big challenges ahead of him. But we are quickly on moving through to Mr. Blanc versus Carlos Madsen from Brazil. This is heat number 4. If you're just joining us, we're in heat number 4 right now. Going to go through 8 men's heats, then move on to 4 women's heats, then 9 through 16 for the men, and then jump back into the women heats 5 through 8. So if you're waiting around for someone's specific heat, you can kind of piece it together. You got basically 10 minutes between each heat. So we are on heat number 4 right now. So if they're in heat number 20 or whatever, you can kind of piece it together yourself. I'm not going to do the math for you because they told me there would be no math. But at this point, I'm going to leave that up to you. So women's heat 1 through 4, after we get through the men's first 8 heats, first round of the men. Then we're going to go into the second round of men, 9 through 16, and then in the second round of women, 5 through 8. Then back into this heat 17 through 20 for the men, quarterfinals, then quarterfinals for the women, and so on and so on. So take a look at the ladders where your friends, the people you want to tune in and see what heat number they are, and that'll give you a bit of an idea of what how long you're going to be waiting around to see them. But in the meantime, hopefully we're going to keep you entertained. We've got on the water Mr. Madsen from Brazil, part of the duo, the Brazilian duo, and both those guys, Carlos Madsen and Eudazio da Silva, great guys. Don't speak a whole lot of English, but we did catch up with Madsen earlier, and he did want to say a few things to his friends at home.
My name is Carlos Madsen. I'm from Cauípe, Brasil. Tenho 19 anos. Quero agradecer minha família por estar me apoiando, minha namorada por me dar força, a Nobre, meus patrocinadores, Nobre, Kiteboard, Iron Brasil, e também todos que me apoiaram, que me incentivaram, que estão me ajudando até hoje. Prometo que vou dar meu melhor, treinei muito forte para isso. Se Deus quiser, tirar uma colocação boa.
That was Carlos saying thanks and hi to everyone at home. Thanks to his sponsors, Nobile, and I forget who his sponsors are. We'll throw up his profile here. But in the meantime, we can see him going monkey on the course right now as he is one of the strongest riders for sure that I've been watching throughout the days. These guys are both, him and Idazio, on the water longer than anyone. But this is definitely a pretty impressive heat. Madsen is up against Mr. Blanc, Patrick Blanc from Spain, the young boy. Actually, he's quite getting there. He's, I think he's 17, maybe 18, and he is from Barcelona, Spain, riding for Ozone, and definitely a solid rider and a great kid. So right now he's got his work cut out for him. Patrick Blanc on the water versus Carlos Madsen. Spain versus Brazil. That is Madsen coming towards us here at the bottom of the box. The man in black, the man hidden right now by someone else's kite. I do want to apologize a bit for the angle we have now. We had to move the box upwind. We did have a much better angle, but the call was made to move the box further upwind where the water was deeper so that the riders would be safer doing these crazy tricks that they're doing. Late mob attempt right there from Patrick Blanc. Not really getting the rotation that he needed. And sick trick. I'm not sure what that was, like an looked like a slim to blind that he passed the bar in the air. I'm not really sure. If you guys know what the heck that was, let us know. Because I clearly didn't have the best view of it. Maybe someone on the beach can tell us. A lot of these tricks are really kind of tough. If you don't have the best view, some of them are pretty tough to decipher what's going on, especially if you're not right there seeing it in front of you. I'm basically just watching everything on the screen as you guys are at home, so that's my perspective amongst the bit of multitasking that I've got to do. Oh, Madsen. Ooh, and Patrick answering back with a nice landing from both of those guys. Looks like Madsen's checking out where Patrick is as he's coming in. And getting hidden yet once again by the kite of Forrest Backer, who, if you want to complain about the filming, that's the guy you're going to have to complain to, because he was just on the camera for the first 3 heats, and now we have a stand-in as Forrest's heat is coming up. So you can see it's all hands on deck here as Forrest Backer, one of our competitors, is largely responsible for being the man behind the camera when he's not having to compete. So I'm not going to wish him bad luck in his heat, but you know, if he doesn't make it through, that means we've got a dedicated cameraman. Forrest is actually a great guy, great rider, and a great videographer. Oh, nice! These guys are just throwing down tricks. That was Mr. Blanc, Patrick Blanc, on the outside right there. We can see Mr. Blanc right here from Spain, 17 years old, kiting 9 years. Take a look at that mug. Favorite place to kite is Cambuco, Brazil. Favorite trick is at S-Mob 5. And that's going to do it for that heat right there. The red flag is up. That was heat number 4 with Patrick Blanc from Spain and Carlos Madsen. Let's take a look at Mr. Madsen, if we can pull up his profile, if I have it around, but it's not jumping at me, and things don't jump at me. I don't know where they are. So unfortunately, we don't, but we've got another heat coming up right now, which is one of my favorite riders, Sergei Borisov, really powerful rider from Russia, kind of just turning it on. I think we saw him last year in Venezuela. Was the first time I saw him, and we've seen him at a number of events since then, but just kind of lighting it up and really having some impressive heats in some events, and definitely making his presence known here on the tour. So he's going to be one to watch. His name is Mr. Borisov, and he is coming up against Mr. Forrest Backer. This is Sergey right there from Russia, 18 years of age, kiting 6 years, riding for Slingshot. Favorite spot is Big Bai, as they pronounce it in South Africa, Safrika. And favorite move is a blind judge 5. And we've got Backer. I was giving Forrest a little. It's a predator with the ladies. Forrest Backer from Spain, part-time PKRA cameraman. D3, Shifty 180. Look at Shifty 3. Might have been a blind judge 3. I'm not sure what his favorite tack is. Both men in black here in the backlit waters of, I think this lagoon is Stagione is the name of the lagoon. I'm taking a guess. I'm going to have to ask someone in my awesome Italian that I've picked up over the years traveling. I basically take a little bit of Spanish and add a few things on the end, and it becomes Italian, which is always fun to try and communicate. These guys, the Sicilians, are really cool people. Very, how should I say, very much characters. You kind of feel like you know every single one of them. You've seen them in a movie somewhere. But on the water, if you're just joining us, we are in heat number 5 with Mr. Forrest Backer from Spain, France versus Sergey Borisov. Ooh, Sergey, pretty powered on that one. Kite pretty low. And blind judge 3 from Mr. Forrest. What are the judges saying here? I'm still got Madsen's heat up here, and it looked like Madsen was going to be taking down Mr. Blanc in that last heat. And those guys are still up, so there might be a problem with scoring. So I'll try and get some results for you. But most importantly, on the water coming towards us, this is Sergey Borisov loading up. Nice KGB. So let's this guy, Mr. Sergey Borisov from Russia right there. Young looking little dude, very kind of to himself. His English is actually pretty good. I'm not sure if we caught up with him or not early in the day. I think we did actually. Let's wait for a little space in the action. Nice slim from Borisov on the way out. Coming in, we've got Forrest pinching, just trying to stay inside the box. I don't think he is going to make it.
Hello, my name is Sergey Borisov. I am from Russia. I'm 18 years old. So in this year I want to try myself in PKRA. So I took 5th place in French. It's my best result for now. And now I'm in Marsala. It's a nice place. It's good water, good weather, good wind. I hope it will be a nice fight with our riders. So I'll fight for Russia. Okay, see you later.
Fighting for Russia, I like it. Borisov right there demonstrating what he was talking about, putting up a fight for Russia on his 13 meter right there, looking all stealth and black. So they say you got to look out for the Sicilians, those mafiosos, but I'm saying look out for those Russians, man. Sergey is ready to battle. So that was Sergey Borisov and his competitor, Mr. Forrest Backer. Favorite move is the one that works. On the water right now, these two guys battling it out. Moments away from the red flag, I think, or the green flag coming down. So just 2 minutes or so remaining. I'm getting a lot of mixed reviews from your feedback, but we're gonna roll with it because we are broadcasting in 720, which is pretty high resolution. So if you do not have a smooth stream, please try dropping down or going to the YouTube channel, Pro Kite Tour YouTube channel, and watching it in a lower resolution. It is called PKRA World Tour. Is the YouTube channel PKRA World Tour, and there, if not in our live stream thing, you should be able to go down in resolution and watch it at a lower res, so you probably can see a little bit smoother stream. But for those of you who do have a fast connection, it's your lucky day. We do know that the camera is in a poor location. We will see if we can bring it back up here, because I think it might have been better where we had it, but we did move the box and we did have limited visibility from where we had it at a higher location. But yeah, we know that there's a lot of people in the way. But we're working through it, trying to bring it to you guys here live as it unfolds. We are shooting kind of up into the wind, or into the sun rather, and that sun is going to drop. But the green flag has dropped as well, and the red flag has risen, meaning that is the end of that battle with Borisov and Backer. And with no scores coming in that I can see, I'm going to have to go out on a limb and take a guess on who's going to be taking home the bacon on that one. And I think Mr. Borisov had a really strong heat and is going to be moving through, which is kind of good news for me. That means we'll get Forrest back on the camera, and but that remains to be seen. So don't hold me to it. But that is wrapping up that heat right there, as we will move on for the man from France, the man behind Madon Clothing. I'm sure you guys are wondering who is behind that brand making all those cool clothes. And I know who it is. His name is Sebastian Grat. He's from France. He's one of the nicest guys you could ever hope to meet. And he rips. And he's one of the older riders. He's about 30 years old, riding for France. Been kiteboarding 11 years, riding for RD, and his clothing company that he's a part of, a partner in, Madon, from France. And favorite spots, Montpellier and Nouméa, New Caledonia. Favorite move is a back mob, and he is up against this guy, Mr. Neto from Brazil. Only 19 years old, kiteboarding 6 years, riding for Best, Underwave, Bad Boy. And favorite spot is Cauípe, Brazil. If you guys have ever been to Brazil, you've probably heard of that place. That is where a lot of these guys spend their days, their off time, training in the beautiful flat water of Cauípe Lagoon. I've been there many, many times over the years. It's been a number of years, but I've seen that place go from desolate, alone, not a single, nothing in Cambuco. Bill? That is Neto right there. Nice. Like NIS coming in. And the man from France, which is kind of a pop 3 for Sebastian. One of the bigger, heavier riders. Not looking very powered. Both of these guys pretty much at the bottom of the box. The wind is quite a different angle today. We've seen a few different wind angles over the course of the 3 days that I've been here. Hopefully, as it increases, it will become a little bit more side shore to our event here. And the postponement flag goes up, or I'm sorry, the abandonment flag goes up. That is the abandonment of what is our heat number 6 for the day with Sebastian Garot and Mr. Neto from Brazil. So that is going to do it as conditions have fallen below contestable levels. So says the race director, Mr. Eric Troostuyde from Holland, and actually basically now from Montreal, living in the great northeast of Canada, well, northeast of North America anyways, from Montreal, and doing a great job here as race director, kind of monitoring the wind all the time, and just running a really tight ship. So thanks to him for making all these great PKRA events and just keeping things running smoothly, but there are some things he's not in control of, and that one of those being is the wind. And that's what we're happening right now as the wind is dropped and the postponement or abandonment flag is up, and we are just gonna wait around and see what we've got to do. So hopefully you guys are, if you didn't catch any of my comments earlier, we are broadcasting it in high definition 720, so if you are experiencing a laggy
fegatini, viscere alla brace e fiaccole danzanti, lamelle dondolanti sul dorso della chiesa fiammeggiante. Vino, bancarelle, terra arsa e rossa, terra di sud, terra di sud, terra di confine, terra di dove finisce la terra. E continente se ne infischiano il vento, e continente se ne infischiano il vento. Mustafa viene di Africa e qui soffia il vento d'Africa e ci dice tenetemi fermo, e ci dice tenetemi fermo. E il ballo di San Vito non mi passa, oh il ballo di San Vito non mi passa. La desolazione tira nella sera, se soffiata via col vento, se soffiata via col rum, se soffiata via da dove era ammorzata. Vecchi giovani pizzicati, vecchi giovani pizzicati, dalla taranta, dalla taranta, dalla tarantolata. Cieco che chiude, cieco che apre, cieco che stringe, cieco che stringe, cieco che abbraccia e poi ti scaccia. Il ballo di San Vito non mi passa, oh il ballo di San Vito dentro il cerchio del voodoo.
Category, put you on the spot as mandatory. Y'all just bore me with that same rap. Aim caps, known to grab a mic and blow your brains back. Take that, study the art before your pen hits the page. You tried to bite my style, but you couldn't even trace the bass lines and raps. I'm easily transmitted like a stuck-up chick. There ain't no way that you're hitting. While I'm lyrically gorgeous through performance and rap abortions, dope with the lines that are snorted. gentlemen. You're now rocking with the best, yeah. Feel it? Ride with me, yeah. Feel it? We about to take you high, yeah. Living for now, I'm discovering what's suffering. Now uncovering time instead of wondering what could have happened, what could I be, should have been in the game, play to win, fall and do it all again. Innovating the art, you feel the passion. The chance is only passing, kid, you gotta take action. Step to the challenge, it's your moment of truth. Still on it, it made it through, but got a lot to prove. Pursue, it's ambition and I'm keeping the faith. The world is on my shoulders and I'll handle the weight. I said that it was mine, it ain't really hard to tell. See, confidence is prominent, I'm doing it well. We witness the progress to consider success. From dealing with stress to realizing we're blessed. And yet, we're moving on, new feelings arrive. But still seeing demands and I gotta supply. Take it high, soul vibes, raw rhythm is a specialty. Feel what I'm feeling, yo, the feeling so heavenly. Just ride with me, yeah. Just ride with me, yeah. We're gonna take you high, high, high. Hands to the sky, we gonna take you high, high, high. Hands to the sky, yeah, we moving on. This life goes on, this life goes on, yeah. What?
And it will, life will go on, so they say.
Way back when I first started to write. Think back, way before I had a mic. Think back, way back when it used to be a dream. Think back, way before they all believed. Think back, way back when I first started to write. Think back, way before I had a mic. Think back, way back when it used to be a dream. Think back, way before they all believed. Ignite the fire just to feel the burn. See, feelings ain't a concern, it's the lessons that we learn. It's your turn, return at the words are ever spoken. Conquering the moment, the mind is my opponent. Who can withstand the blast from paragraphs? I laugh last, you witness the wrath at first hand. I follow the road, street signs and directions. Myself resurrected, seeing life as a blessing. Reasons of doubt while planning the conquest. Waiting to blow up like calling in bomb threats. Selling your soul, let the story unfold. Life's beautiful struggle with the eye and the gold fold. Or raising stakes is gambles we all take. Good intent with my life, keep promise and have faith. No time to wait, I take it all before it leaves me. Cause nothing worth having come. believe. Think back, way back, when I first started to write. Think back, way back,
Way before I had a mic.
think back, way back, when it used to be a dream. Think back, way back,
Way before they all believed.
think back, way back, when I first started to write. Think back, way back,
Way before I had a mic.
think back, way back, when it used to be a dream. Think back, way back.
Way before they all believed.
I'm traveling gravity waves without an aircraft carrier. A world where I'm superior, breaking the sound barrier. Deepest odyssey, understanding astronomy. Secret planet societies left untold policies. Never traveled by your everyday clan. Similar to our world, permitting life on the land. Navigating through dimensions, the adventures could be infinite. No fear of any boundaries, cause the Fear is limitless, exploring to the core, defeating all your fallacies, discovering new galaxies by defying the gravity. Now through the clouds and touch down on the surface, in contact with life, but they seem awfully nervous. Running and screaming, didn't know what I was seeing. Told them I came in peace, but I knew I should be leaving. Now years later, through the photos that I've seen on the planet they call Earth, I'm labeled as E.T. We ride through the heights and depths of the raw witness, set reality aside and reaching beyond limits. The stars and the planets use the world to my advantage. Orbit around the universe, scoring, causing damage. We travel through the galaxy, illuminating light. In existence as we know it, left behind, we take flight. We take flight, 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 take flight.
I'm crazy for you, you make my head spin like a disc jockey.
Is it possible? Are my words even audible? I'm passing every obstacle to make my name optional. I change the way that I'm physically presented. Stuck here pretending like my feelings quickly ended. But I observe your curves in every movement. Make yourself improvement, study like a student. You gotta be the truest. A girl with lots of soul, lots of self-control. Plus you analyze my flow. Feeling your vibe, girl, you mold it overnight. Not uptight, you love the simple things in life. Never pay attention to what the people say. They're all bad intentions. See through you like an x-ray. So I'm trying to find a way that we can kick it. Cause you're sweet-scented and you got me so tempted. It's all for you, but you'll probably never notice. I hope you get the picture cause you're always in my focus. Focus, 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 focus. I hope you get the picture cause you're always in my focus. Focus, 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 focus. I hope you get the picture cause you're always in my focus.
Be water, my friend.
Straight from the Cali gutters, run and take cover, there is no other. Quick shot to beat the buzzer, illest shit ever discovered. Playing the role of a knight, not with a sword or a knife. More essentials with the mental plus techniques and a mic. Right deep in concentration, mind is quickly elevated. Times is frustrated, spark the session, get to blazing. Realize the stakes is high, what is mind imagination? Know when the time will come, but it's testing if I'm patient. Just buzz trips and cuff kicks through dark scenery. Question who believed in me, the thoughts were just dreams to me. Ex-girls thought my philosophy was comedy. Now hear apologies cause I'm global like geography. Who said the unbelievable was not achievable? See, making love's my job, what these whack cats are seasonal. No reason for tripping, we're nowhere near the end. Success is my revenge, sitting witness from the bench. Breath, enter the temple where the whole crowd's against you. Official with the art, mix and hit you with jujitsu. Official.
Yo, hip-hop and the new generation are both hopeless in fact. But when I listen to dope flows in the lab, I grab more than a stack of skulls to break in, cause I'm all the hope that it has. So I perform inabilities and do like Moses, split both oceans in half. I'm froze to the side of both clothes in the bracket. Styles left behind only means my whole flows in the past, holes in my glass. Classic assassins came first, but forever last. And never cast a flash, holds more than a golden drink for you to pass. Killing the middleman, getting a little bit farther, but enough to follow was given a borrow, but probably turn it to live in a better tomorrow. So wake up and open the window and get up and pick up a part of another performer that doesn't depend on personal self-esteem. It's forming a vote of fiends. It seems the general public was set up for what's on the TV screen. Kicking a hole through the window of media, breaking free. So I stand in front of various people to hear me speak. Unique with the speech when I speak upon beats. Cease.
chillin'. The donut shop is the usual. Coffee cup, music up, jazz that is beautiful. Thoughts flowing, minds open, got a master plan. Do it all for the fan, forget the problems at hand. Grab mics and then I aim, maintaining the same frame. Y'all need to know the name, hip hop is flowing through my veins. Another day, another mission. Los Angeles traveling, headphones blasting the illest shit. We back again. It's no accident. Rock jumps over loops, kicking raw styles back to the roots. Give me the loot, more than expected, and it's not what it seems. Appearing weak, but every step is closer to dreams. They tell me where I could have been and what I could have seen, but this life was meant for me, cause I'm directing all the scenes. Get the cash, get the green, and if by any means must proceed, you down with it, follow my lead. I'm on that positive tip. My best day of the week, caught up on my sleep, got beats to make it complete. Inspirations on full, got me sounding ill poetic. I'm energetic, got good vibes on impressions. Feel like it's destined, the hip hop resurrection. Banging through your speakers, ain't no way that I'm ejecting. I'm blessing. I let my tape rock to my tape pop. I let my tape rock to my tape pop. I let my tape rock. Which y'all consider success. I call it being blessed. I'm content with new tracks and banging my tape deck. Got bigger than Tupac. We'll take to the far side. It's worldwide hip hop.
Alla braccia e fiaccole danzanti, lamelle dondolanti sul dorso della chiesa fiammeggiante. Vino, bancarelle, terra arse rossa, terra di sud.
All right, we are back from our little postponement, getting the first move of that heat right there from Sebastian Garat. Looked like a little front roll to blind. And his competitor back on the water, Neto from Brazil. KGB5. Solid trick from that young Brazilian. But welcome back, everyone. We did have a little bit of a break there as we've had conditions kind of go up and down throughout the day. We've had a couple postponements or abandonments. In other words, the heat was canceled due to lack of wind. So we are rerunning right now what is heat number 6 of the day. Just to catch you up if you're just joining us, we're here in Marsala, Italy. Guys are riding on this very shallow water but flat water, ideal conditions for freestyle. On their biggest kites, pretty much 14s, 15s, 13s are pretty much the norm right now. And we've seen some pretty decent heats so far. We've got Jaspan advancing over Gerashenko. Schitzhofer advancing over Font Rondina, falling to Louis Hutter from France. Carlos Madsen beating out Patrick Blanc, and our own Forrest Backer beating Borisov from Russia. And that brings us to where we are right now with Mr. Sebastian Garat, Mr. Madon versus Neto from Brazil. I'm not sure what Neto's first name is, but I do believe we have a profile of him that I can refer to. Actually, maybe I don't. Yeah, we do. We'll wait for a moment when we're not expecting a move from these guys. That looks like Sebastian right there. Neto out the back, out of frame right now, getting another nice trick under his belt. And Sebastian not really getting what he was looking for, but we've got on the water right here this guy Alexandre Neto from Brazil, 19 years old, from Brazil, against this man here, Sebastian Garat from France. Oop, that's not Sebastian. That is one of our female competitors there, Seb, 30 years old, riding 11 years, so definitely one of the more seasoned competitors here on the PKRA Tour, no stranger to competition. And you can see right here, going for a front mob and going down, dropping his kite. His little brother, Valentin Garat, is also a pretty formidable competitor, but I don't think he made it into the main event. We had a pretty rough trials early on. There's Neto right there, Netinho from Brazil. He's got some fans watching, I know that. Thanks for chiming in. We do try and read all the comments, good and bad. And yeah, that actually adds a lot of value to the stream. And we definitely appreciate you guys for taking the time to interact. So welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you've been holding on tight for what is sure to be an incredible freestyle event here in Marsala, Italy, here on the shores of Lago Stagnone. We're gonna have to get some pronunciation practice on that one. I don't even know how they say it, but we are here in Marsala. That's what you guys need to know, and it's flatwater heaven, shallow water, and just miles or kilometers of expansive water just waiting to be shredded. And these guys are doing their best right here. Sebastian going down again, kind of looking like he's forcing some of these tricks. These are the lightest wind conditions I think we've had on tour so far at one of our major freestyle stops. Our first event was in Dakhla, Morocco. We had pretty good, strong winds. And then, of course, in Lucat, Mundial de Vent, we had quite strong winds. And this is Netinho from Brazil, 18 years old, lighting it up with a KGB. As we were able to move back to our previous location for our camera, hopefully showing a little bit more action and a little less of the beach crowd from this angle, as we've been playing around with some different angles as we've had to move our competition numerous times due to water conditions. Chromobe from Little Netinho from Brazil. Neto was taking off toe side, landing blind, passing out of that. Really nice chromobe. It's basically a front roll to blind, taking off from toe side, isn't it? From toe side. I just got confirmation I was right on that one. But both competitors coming in towards the beach. That's Seb Garat, 30 years old, out of France, going for just a really low front roll to blind. Not a whole lot of power in that. You can see he's really kind of struggling here. He's a bigger guy, and these conditions are kind of lending themselves to the lighter riders. Even Netinho here looks like he has he's got a decent bit of power. He's not at the very bottom of the box, so definitely got a bit more power than Seb. Setting up here, going for a double S1, landing it clean, and that is going to do it basically for that heat. The red flag's up, and that concludes our heat number 6 for the day of Neto versus Garat. Pretty solid action to roll right into after a little bit of a break there. So back here in the studio, thanks for being with us. I'm Dave Taberski, bringing you the action live from the upper level of pretty cool kite school restaurant here on the shores of the lagoon here in Marsala, Italy. Probably about 30 to 40 kites out on the water, different people just riding, having fun, probably some lessons going on. But a phenomenal place for kiting, as you can see from the water shots. So phenomenal riding is sure to ensue here as we've got our second half of the Brazilian duo, Eudazio de Silva versus Garofalo. And I know some Brazilians are watching, and I think that Mr. De Silva caught up with him the other day, and he's had a little something he wanted to say to his friends at home. So let's hear what he has as we wait for the next heat.
My name is Eudazio da Silva. I'm from Cumbuco, Brazil. I have 19 years old. Quero agradecer a todo mundo do Cumbuco que está torcendo por mim. Prometo que vou dar meu melhor e treinei bastante para isso. Também quero agradecer meus patrocinadores que se não fosse eles eu não estaria aqui. A Alpena, a Nobile e a Ion Brasil, que também não posso esquecer. E é isso aí, prometo que vou dar o gás e dar o melhor de mim. Obrigado a todos.
All right, that was Eudazio de Silva, who is coming up here in our next heat. Eudazio from Brazil versus Garofalo. Yellow flag up, meaning we've got a minute left here. Not a whole lot of information here on Gabriel Garofalo, but the man in dreads right there from Italy, favorite spot, Sicily. Clearly a local rider who is stoked to be here in the main event going up against the world's best. So Gabriel Garofalo versus Mr. Eudazio da Silva from Brazil. Let's see if we can get back to the shot of the water, as we've got just the green flag going up here in just a moment as we get underway here at the start of heat number 7. Brazil versus Italy. And that's it. The heat is underway. And that is Eudazio right there on that rainbow-colored kite, Nobile. And I'm not sure what kites Garofalo is on, but we think he's on an RD kite, which makes a lot of sense, being he is from Italy. De Silva going down, just a little wound up on that the back mode. Arriba, arriba, there's yelling on the beach. The Italians, I don't know what that means, but probably means the same thing as it does in Spanish. Vai, Garofalo, vai. The Italian on the RD kite, and that is Eudazio de Silva right there. Unloading. He seems to have plenty of powers. He's pretty much one of the guys, as I mentioned earlier, he's one of the guys who's out on the water first and off the water last. So these guys, unloading a solid back mob, dipping his wingtip, but getting out in Garofalo with a nice power trick on the outside. Didn't catch what it was. But pretty solid trick from Garofolo. I haven't really gotten a chance to watch him ride, so impressive heat unfolding with the Brazilian here. Eudazio versus Garofolo. Ooh, front blind mob attempt, kind of flubbing that last 180, but still riding away clean. These guys are battling against themselves. Oh, back mob 5. Kite pretty high, but from Garofolo, but the crowd doesn't seem to mind on the beach, that's for sure. So if you're wondering, trying to stick around, wait for one of your friends' heats, go down at the bottom of the live stream page and you can see the ladder. And if you know where they are, you can figure out how much time you've got to wait around until their heat is up. So we are on heat number 7 right now, the men's. After one more men's heat, we're going to go straight into the first round of the women's. And then after 4 women's heats, we're going to go back into heat 9 through 16 of the men. And then 5 through 8 of the women. And then 17 through 20 of the men. That's the quarterfinals. And then the quarterfinals for women, and so on and so on. So stick around. There is plenty of action to unfold. We did see a lot of the wind kind of increase throughout the afternoon yesterday, so we are expecting the wind to hold or hopefully increase as we move into these evening hours. Such is the case for this kind of thermic wind that they have here that Sicily is famous for. Wow, this Garofolo's got quite the posse on the beach screaming for him. Definitely a favorite here from all the local people on the beach, which there are quite a few of, as you can see from some of those pulled back shots. We've got the beach lined with cheering fans here watching the world's best. Garofolo's got a great place to train. I'm pretty sure that he's feeling some love. Eudazio with a really low inverted front blind mob. Right now it looks like Garofolo's leading, but there's a few trick attempts not yet registered here, so it's too early to tell, but judging from the cheers of the crowd, I would say he was winning. But De Silva's just got that perfect, compact kind of body style that really lends itself to aggressive, powered riding. You see a lot of those body types at the high level of wakeboarding, specifically those kind of small, compact, low center of gravity, not really long torsos. Seems to lend itself well to kiteboarding. Oh, stealing a move right there from Mr. Kevin Langeret, one-handed 3-1. I don't know what that was. It was not a 3-1-3, but landing toe side. Kevin Langeret kind of being the first guy to kind of take the one-handed stuff into the competition zone. Madsen Eudazio not riding as strong as I think I've seen him ride in the past. I'm not sure if he's a little under. He's got a 14-meter kite. But, ooh, and Garofolo going down You can see how shallow it is right there. He's just about knee-deep water, and that's pretty deep for what we have to work with here. If we were to move the box down further, the guys are riding an ankle to shin-deep water. So pretty shallow water here, but it definitely lends itself for flat water conditions. And the crowd is pretty much going wild for Garofalo from Italy, who we just saw up against Mr. Eudazio da Silva. But up next, which is going to be our last men's heat until we move on to the women, is Stefan Spiesberger versus Gias. So we've got Mr. Gias here, Hugo from France, kiteboarding 6 years, 24 years old, riding for Takun. And his favorite spot, don't really know what that means. Maybe it's secret code for a spot he doesn't want to share. So we'll have to just wonder about that one. His favorite move is freestyle. Not sure he understood the question, but I think it just means he likes it all. So Hugo Gias, good for you. Thanks for sharing a little bit about what you like to do. And then I'm looking for his competitor, which doesn't seem to be present at the moment in my list of rider profiles, so I'm just going to have to tell you a little bit about him. His name is Stefan Spiesberger. He is from Austria. He is about 24 years old. I don't know if that's, give or take, plus or minus. He's riding for, that's right, Spiesberger. Who are you riding for? I think he's North. Anyways, we're going to have to wait until I see his kite on the water to confirm that. But anyways, Stefan's a great Austrian rider. Spends a lot of time in Podersdorf. Favorite spot to ride is Neusiedlsee, which is kind of probably the best, windiest spot to ride in Austria. It's not a huge country. I've been there quite a few times. That kind of gray water, very cold glacial water, kind of a muddy bottom, pretty shallow, but a beautiful place in the wine country of Austria. So that's the verbal version of Mr. Spiesberger's rider profile. So we've got that yellow flag up, meaning there is just under a minute remaining here into the start of that next heat. So just want to give a quick thanks to all the sponsors making this event happening. You can see them all behind me. And we are here at the Kitesurf Freestyle World Cup in Marsala, our third stop of the tour season. Dave Tyberski here with the best riders in the world, bringing you the action as it unfolds here on the shores of the Mediterranean in the beautiful lagoon in Sicily, the island of Sicily, surrounded by grape fields and olive trees. It is the quintessential image of Italy. With the green flag up, and heat number 8, Stefan Spiesberger versus Hugo Gias from France. So we have Austria versus France. We've got Hugo on Takun and Mr. Spiesberger, I believe, riding for North. But I'm not, yes, I am very sure of that actually now that I saw that purple and orange lollipop kite. The lifesaver kite, I like to call them. Always kind of make me crave some sugary sweets when I see a North kite. But that's Hugo Gias opening up the heat with his first trick. And that's Stefan right there in the purple and orange kite coming towards the judges' tower. Stefan. Nice 3-1-5 for Stefan opening up. And Gias going out, loading up for his second trick with a nice S3. Guys still on their biggest kites. There's been no change in that. I'm seeing 12s, 13s, 14s out on the water. So winds are probably about 15 knots and bouncing around, 12 to 15 knots. And nice front blind mode from Stefan, but not riding away with any sort of speed. So I think that's not going to really add up to a whole lot for him. Probably see him try that trick again. And this is Hugo right there. Hugo Guillas from France. Coming in. Loading up. I don't know what the percentage of our riders here riding foot straps, but I'm noticing Hugo's riding boots. And I think these conditions, if they were a bit more powered, would really favor those guys. But it is quite light, and these guys are pretty much at the low end of their biggest kites, so a bit challenging conditions. Hopefully as this event progresses, we will get some stronger winds. We are seeing a much better forecast for tomorrow, which is Friday here. It's 5:30 approximately local time, I believe, here in Sicily rather. And tomorrow should shape up to be a little bit stronger winds, so we'll see how much of this single elimination we get through today. As I mentioned, this is the last heat of the first round of men's, and we will be shifting over to the women's heats 1 through 4, their first round. But I'm thinking I just heard a horn, and I was correct in that blue and white checkered flag that has been plaguing us throughout the day. The abandonment flag is once again flying, and unfortunately for those riders, well, unfortunately for us here on standby, we are going to be having to throw that one in the trash can, as Hugo Guillas and Stefan Spiesberger have had their heat abandoned, and we will have to do a rerun of that once the conditions improve. So unfortunately we are not really getting the conditions that we had yesterday or the day prior, but as I mentioned, the forecast looks much more favorable for tomorrow. But we are going to stick around and wait for those conditions to hopefully improve, if the wind gods are going to allow that to happen. But maybe if you guys kind of do a little wind dance at home, wind jig. I know Rick Price is watching. I heard he's got a pretty good wind dance. He could probably pull something together for us. And any of you other people at home, wherever you're watching from around the world, thanks for being here. And definitely put on your dancing shoes and help us get some more wind here, because I don't know, it's just not as much fun when I can't be watching some sick freestyle action and talking your ear off about it as it happens. So I'm, for one, am voting for more wind. So hopefully you guys are too. So anyways, thanks for being with us. You can see we've got a great studio here as the competition kind of carries on. We'll hopefully get some people up here to sit with us and talk and get some other perspectives and maybe a little bit color, so that it's not just me making lame jokes about, I don't know, about whatever I can think of, really. Because I dig deep, people. I dig deep throughout these long hours here behind the camera and this contraption here on my head. So, yeah, that bag's pretty shallow these days. Depends on the day. But I do hope you enjoy it, as I do enjoy bringing you the action as we trying to make improvements throughout the tour season. Every stop we kind of learn a little bit more, get a little bit more resources, and we're hopefully going to build some serious momentum to bring this this live stream up to the quality of some of our big brother sports. Been watching a lot of the other live stream events out there, just mostly the surfing and the skating and some of the mountain biking live stream that's going on, and just really excited about it. And I think it's got a great future for kiteboarding, because this is where you guys can really see what's going on with the action and kind of take you to the event if you're not fortunate enough to actually be here. So with that being said, I'm going to take a little quick break and kind of see what's going on here. I've got the race director giving me a shout, so I'll be back as soon as I can and update you guys with the latest and greatest here live from Italy, so stick around.
Gutters run and take cover, there is no other. Quick shot to beat the buzzer, illest shit ever discovered. Playing the role of a knight, not with a sword or a knife. More essentials with the mental plus techniques and a mic. Right deep in concentration, mind is quickly elevated. Times is frustrated, spark the session, get to blazing. Realize the stakes is high, what is mind imagination? Know when the time will come, but it's testing if I'm patient. Just buzz trips and cuff kicks through dark scenery. Question who believed in me, the thoughts were just dreams to me. Ex-girls thought my philosophy was comedy, not hear apologies, cause I'm global like geography. Who said the unbelievable was not achievable? See, making love's my job, what these whack cats are seasonal. No reason for tripping, we're nowhere near the end. Success is my revenge, sitting witness from the bench. Breath, enter the temple where the whole crowd's against you. Official with the art, mix and hit you with jujitsu. Official.
Yo, hip-hop and the new generation are both hopeless, in fact. But when I listen to dope flows in the lab, I grab more than a stack of skulls to break in, cause I'm all the hope that it has. So I perform inabilities and do like Moses, split both oceans in half. I'm froze to the side of both clothes in the rack, cause styles left behind only means my whole flows in the past. Holes in my glass. Classic assassins came first, but forever last. And never cast a flash, holds more than a golden drink for you to pass. Killing the middleman, getting a little bit farther, but enough to follow was given a power, but probably turn it to living a better tomorrow. So wake up and open the window and get up and pick up a part of another performer that doesn't depend on personal self-esteem. It's forming a vote of fiends. It seems the general public was set up for what's on the TV screen. Kicking a hole through the window of media, breaking free. So I stand in front of various people to hear me speak. Unique with the speech when I speak upon beats. Cease.
Coffee Part 2. Sit back and relax. Yo, snares and kicks that drop, ill in the mix. Never skip, too sick, holding mics with a tight fist. Yo, daily grind with the coffee breath, illest yet fresh to death. Yes, caught speaking in the present tense. Beats excellent, eminent jazz specialists take over your residence with hip hop elements. Words slanging, beat banging, heat press, repeat, can't compete. Kicks on concrete, we don't retreat. Roam the city like I'm in the illest coast. Got light to boast, but I hold it down like the illest host. Rare forms that I expose through delivery. Lost a lot, but told to consider them a victory. Gaining knowledge, spread it all for more than cream. Cash rules, but I'm cool with it in caffeine. Know what I mean? Dreams that will soon become relevant. Kill the loop and let the beat carry all the evidence. Word. Job in all relations, more than chillin'. The donut shop is the usual. Coffee cup, music up, jazz that is beautiful. Thoughts flowing, minds open, got a master plan. Do it all for the fan, forget the problems at hand. Grab mics and then I aim, maintaining the same frame. Y'all need to know the name, hip hop is flowing through my veins. Yo, tag, yo, another day, another mission. Los Angeles traveling, headphones blasting the illest shit. We back again. It's no accident. Rock jumps over loops, kicking raw styles back to the roots. Give me the loot, more than expected, and it's not what it seems. Appearing weak, but every step is closer to dreams. They tell me where I could have been and what I could have seen, but this life was meant for me, cause I'm directing all the scenes. Get the cash, get the green, and it by any means must proceed. You down, wouldn't follow my lead. I'm on that positive tip. My best day of the week, caught up on my sleep, got beats to make it complete. Inspirations on full, got me sounding ill poetic. I'm energetic, got good vibes on impressions. Feel like it's destined, the hip hop resurrection. Banging through your speakers, ain't no way that I'm ejecting. I'm blessing.
I let my tape rock to my tape pop. I let my tape rock to my tape pop. I let my tape rock. I let my tape rock to my tape pop.
What y'all consider success, I call it being blessed. I'm content with new tracks and banging my tape deck. Got bigger than Tupac, Wu-Tang to the far side. It's worldwide hip hop. I've been waiting for the right time, please show me a sign. I check your horoscope and it said that you should be mine. I'm saying that you're fine in all the other terms. I'm trying to get to know you so we have a lot to learn. I'm knowing that you're special and you probably feel the same. You blushing, hiding feelings, but I ain't trying to play no games. These other dudes are trouble, they're lacking better humor. Forget your past problems, I can be your better future. I've had my eye on you, but I'm not the stalker type. I try to show you signs between the lines that I write. I set the record straight, how much longer do I wait? I'm digging you, more the heads be digging through the crates. Let's get to know each other, girl, there really ain't no rush. So we can take our time, cause I'm trying to earn your trust. No matter what you are, Scorpio and Gemini, we can be a match together, girl, just show me your sign.
Virgo, Scorpio, what do you know? Moon, rising star, like our Leo. Taurus in the house, and my Aries and Gemini. Light it up, blow it to the sky. One love, my Aquarius and Pisces. The Sagittarius, delirious and killer weeds. And the Caps and the Cancers hold it down. I pay attention to the signs around me. 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 I pay attention to the signs from the sky.
Approaching different, known to keep it kinda distant. I really dig your vibes, never knew that you existed. I'm showing interest, trying to give you what you're missing. Comfortable and chilling with a man that's on a mission. I know you get approached, hearing all type of game. Every dude the same, talk simple and plain. Got that same routine, playing like a movie scene. I'm trying to flip the script, play the king and you be queen. Dream of being by your side, truly caught my eye. I'm hoping you reply to the rose in a rhyme, cause I know we make a match, simple as that. I know they saying things about me, but let's stick to the facts. It's more than rap, it's passionate lyrics over the breaks. I'm hoping you relate to whatever it takes. See, I can hit you with a line time couldn't define, but I'd rather take action, girl, just show me a sign.
Virgo, Scorpio, what do you know? Moon, rising star, like our Leo. Taurus in the house, and my Aries
speechless, elevating the mind. Consider to be a listener between the time signature. Till I design, educate, then advance. Improve the movement, but for now, let's take a chance. Giving more of what you're asking. Find the same passion in rapping, providing different answers. Questioning my everyday till it's time to go. Time is flow, sit back, enjoy the show, go. And they sing it like, shine bright, shine bright. Same goal, same aim, different drive. Same image in mind, but different lives. Same court, same game, different drive. Same view with the streets, but different eyes. No more standing in line, reporting live. Feeling so alive, we have now arrived.
Now as I enter, the mood in the room starts to dim, but I try to get my form fat like I was Richard Simmons. And it's dark when I glisten, so it isn't hard to listen. I talk and not to diss him, but to only say I miss him. The phone for friends and enemies, a profit through the memories. The only thing I benefited out of it was jealousy. One goal, one road, one sign. The point was to shine, to the point we were blind. But what's the point of life if you lost the point of time? Just ride with the wave and relax and recline. It's too much for the mind, it's too much to rely on. Forgive and forget and let bygones be bygones. Now I'm on a different set of mind state. Lost for months, I migrate a mile, but now I'm back on the scene, refreshed. Now my mind's great. Rewrite history, but why this is my fate. Now getting all this right will it probably take forever. Why stand under that spotlight when you can shine together?
Same goal, same aim, different drive. Same image in mind, but different lives. Same court, same game, different drive. Same view with the streets, but different eyes. No more standing in line, reporting live. Feeling so alive, we have now arrived. Cope under pressure, the spotlight, adventures. That's where it's all measured. We can all shine together. Fresher, cool as a fan, but hot on the rotation. So high blazing, we rise to the occasion. Bring it down to earth, worth more than ice. Go ahead, name the price while you're blinded by the light. Word of advice, everything ain't what it seems. They all chasing dollars cause they scared to chase dreams. Too many follow, not enough take the lead. Too many queens with a low self-esteem. Same road pass through like you knew. See a dark path, but that we can still shine through. Who move the wheel and still can take the damage. Want the prize and willing to take the challenge. Gotta suffer, dig deep to discover. We all got a glow that's hiding behind the cover. True lover reflect light, bright radiations. No limitations, hands high celebrating. Experience the divine shine awaken. We all wanna fly, but tell me who gon' make it. And they sing it like, shine bright, shine bright,
All right, guys, the latest, greatest, let me get these radios off as we're kind of in control center. Hold on, folks, I'll be right back. Getting a call from the race director. I'll be back with an update.
Shapeshifter, leaving the competition's face yellow. People be purposely perpetrating my posse, but I prepare and hoping to pop sense into the flossy. A generic mental experiment, not inherited, more like mixed molecules invented.
All right, so the latest and greatest update for all you guys waiting on hold, wondering what the heck's going on with these conditions. We're pretty much all doing the same thing, waiting for these conditions to improve, as we've been forced to abandon that last heat of the men's, heat number 8. Here's a little overview shot of our of where I'm sitting, the view that I have. Basically, that's just another little studio cam facing out towards the beach. As you can see, a few kites out on the water. Trees are moving, but definitely the wind is struggling to maintain itself at contestable levels. You can see a few cranes up there in the right-hand corner of your screen. Those are, I'm not sure their purpose other than to hang some promotional banners and flags from, but it would be cool to get up there and get that angle. That would help, but we're not there. We're here. I'm in the studio, but we're still on hold basically the word is we are just going to wait and see what happens, as we've got definitely some long hours still ahead of us until the sun falls here in Italy. It's about 6 o'clock. I think we almost ran heats until about 8:30 last night. So it is possible, although this time of the evening, if the wind is dropping, it's not super promising. So I believe we're going to give it about 30-40 more minutes before we call it for the day. So we're still on hold. But in the meantime, you know, I mentioned that we did, with the help of my good friend Tony Babone. No, that's my imaginary Italian friend that I like to think follows me around event to event. But no, my friend Toby Bromwich, who I'm sure some of you know, our event photographer, was kind enough to follow me around as we, the first day of the registration, as we had some time to grab some riders and take them and ask them a bunch of questions and ask them their thoughts on Italy and about other stuff. So we're definitely going to unroll those as we kind of progress throughout the event. But I was just thinking that there was a number of people that we shot that we didn't even make it into the main event, and that gives you an idea of how challenging you know, it is to really make it into the main event, and how you know, just how high the level of riding is. We've got, you know, these big names that are in the trials and not even making it. So but I wanted to, we had a couple riders that I remembered that we shot some footage of and talked to that didn't make it into the main event, so we're not going to roll those during their heats or anything like that. But worthwhile guys anyways, one of them being Nico Suriel from the Dominican Republic, and just a ripper, young half Dominican, half American kid, tearing it up out of Cabarete. We got a chance to talk to him, and he's a great kid, great rider, and we're definitely going to be seeing more of him. So I wanted to roll that for you guys and hear what Mr. Nico Suriel from the DR has to say.
Hi guys, my name is Nico Suriel and I'm from the Dominican Republic. This is my first time doing the whole PKRA World Tour. We're here at the third stop of the PKRA in Marsala, Italy, and this spot's here been amazing. Flat water, shallow water, very warm, way warmer than I expected. I'm hoping to do better in this event than I've done in the last two. Like, I've gone past the trials and gotten okay rankings, but I'm hoping to get my ranking a little higher. So I'm really excited for this event. I got here a little early to get some good practice done, and I'm hoping I'll do good in this one. And
that was little Nico Suriel. As my computer's not super responsive, sometimes it delays about 20 seconds before it wants to switch gears. So apologize for that. But as I mentioned, that was the little Nico Suriel from the DR, tearing it up. Super cool kid. And also we got a chance to catch up with a guy whose name you probably don't know. I just met him. His name, I think, is Chris Brobrick, and he's an American guy. And as you may know or may not know, you probably don't know, but there's not a whole lot of Americans kind of at that high level, and definitely there's definitely some, but not a lot that we've seen on the tour. I've been one of them, but my days are long gone. But we did see you know, a number of other riders. Some you may not even know their names, but we saw myself, Adam Cook, Sky Solback, Rocky Chatwell, Damian Leroy, and that's pretty much all I can come up with as far as Americans that actually have been on the tour with us and come around. But we did have this Chris Bobrick from Michigan who showed up to this event, and I think he's going to be showing up for a couple more. So hopefully we will see more from him. But we caught up with him on the Rego Day and talked to him a bit. So let's hear what he had to say.
Alright, hey, this is Chris Bobrick. I'm from the United States. This is my first time on the World Tour this year. We're here in Marsala, Italy. This is actually my first time in Europe as well. I really like the spot, and the locals here are pretty cool, pretty chill vibes. I've been checking out the city. Pretty cool place, and the conditions right over here are really nice, some flat, shallow water. I've been able to get some training in before the event and see how it goes. and excited for the event. It's coming up. Check it out. Coming up.
That was Mr. Chris Bobrick from Michigan. Cool guy, and definitely looking forward to seeing more from him. But as you can see here from our shot, we've got that postponement flag still flying, and the wind is doesn't look super favorable, as there's a few less kites than before out on the water, but there are still some riders out staying upwind. Excuse me. So we're just gonna be on hold for a little bit longer. So do stick around with us. I'll be updating you as quickly as I can. Whoa, we've got the tower coming down into frame. That's kind of a funky shot. Kind of liking that one. But so stick around. We'll be back as I'll update you with more info as it gets brought to me here as we continue our coverage live from Marsala, Italy for the Kitesurf Freestyle World Cup. Marsala 2013. No, I did not have to turn around and read that. I've got it all committed to memory. And but yeah, we're going to be here for the next few days. As I mentioned, yesterday's forecast kind of changed later in the day, and tomorrow's looks like it's done the same. Doesn't look that strong, maybe a little bit stronger than today. So I think Saturday is our best hope for wind, but we're going to have to wait and see what the wind gods do and play it as they call it. So stick around. I'll be back with more updates here live from the Kitesurf Freestyle World Cup in Marsala, Italy.
Imagine greatness, painting skies and pavements. Statements turn to entertainment with training. Past the horror story, trying to live the glory. I push it past the average, my job is mandatory. Feel the war and the streets and the beats. Provide my peace of mind, keep the singing so sweet. Peace arriving now, cause tomorrow seems far. Universal, energetic, rearranging all the stars. Past belief, put the effort in this ride. The feeling is alive, let the rhythm take you high. Touch the sky, find a view for inspiration. A legend in the making, feel the anticipation. Feel the struggle strong, life is going on. Why figure what's wrong when it's time to move on? Let the past be the past, the change is never late. Never taking breaks till I'm dreaming wide awake. Feels great, never settle for less. You're now rocking with the best, yeah. Just rock with me, yeah. Just rock with me, yeah. We gonna take you high, high, high. Hands to the sky, we gonna take you high, high, high. Hands to the sky, yeah, we moving on. This life goes on, yeah. Living for now, I'm discovering what's suffering. Now uncovering time instead of wondering what could have happened, what could I be, should have been in the game, play to win, fall and do it all again. Innovating the art, you feel the passion. The chances only passing, kid, you gotta take action. Step to the challenge, it's your moment of truth. Still on it, it made it through, but got a lot to prove. Pursue, it's ambition and I'm keeping the faith. The world is on my shoulders and I'll handle the weight. I said that it was mine, it ain't really hard to tell. See, confidence is prominent, I'm doing it well. We witness the progress to consider success. From dealing with stress to realizing we're blessed. And yet, we're moving on, new feelings arrive. But still seeing demands and I gotta supply. Take it high, soul vibes, raw rhythm is a specialty. Feel what I'm feeling, yo, the feeling so heavenly. Just rock with me, yeah. Just rock with me, yeah. We're gonna take you high, high, high. Sky, we gonna take you high, high, high. Hands to the sky, yeah, we moving on. This life goes on, yeah. What? back, way back. When I first started to write, think back, way back. Way before I had a mic, think back, way back. When it used to be a dream, think back, way back. Way before they all believed, think back, way back. When I first started to write, think back, way back. Way before I had a mic, think back, way back. When it used to be a dream, think back, way back. Way before they all believed. Souls empty like a water bottle in the hands of a thirsty man. Let me substitute my brain, wait, let me think again. I've slithered through the sand and I've walked across the land. Through the ocean I have swam, so no clue of who I am. Dug into the world, ended in the south of France. Slammed and accidentally stopped an avalanche.
All right, we are back with this guy right here. Say, introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Ian. I'm one of the judges.
Ian is
it. I'm from Belgium.
Definitely one of our qualified judges here. As you can imagine, it's a pretty tough job. You know, critiquing and judging and putting a numerical score to these tricks that these guys are doing. So, how was it on the tower today so far?
Well, it was pretty good. Like the wind wasn't that good, but yeah, the riders managed to impress us. So yeah, I'm quite happy. We had to cancel a few heats, but at the end we managed to do like almost one full round.
Yeah, so not as much as we hoped, but yeah, we had not the best conditions. But you got a chance to get on the water your first day here or something like that. It was much stronger then.
Yeah, it was good. I was like really powered at 11, almost good for 9. And the spot is awesome. If you have enough wind, it's really flat, perfect for freestyle. A little bit shallow, so it's dangerous, but yeah, for a competition like this.
Yeah, we should be. We talked to Rowdy a little bit earlier. I rolled a little bit of an interview with one of our other judges, Rowdy. But you know, this place lends itself to really high level riding. I mean, in France we weren't seeing a lot of doubles just due to the water conditions. So maybe can you give us some insight on some of the tricks that we can anticipate seeing once the conditions do improve?
Yeah, like real powered moves. I saw like Jono yesterday. He was riding real powerful with nice grabs. We see a lot of grabs as well. A few doubles, not that many, because riders really try to impress us with the power they have and just the speed and the style. We saw a few doubles. I saw Stefan do like a really nice 3-on-7. Pastor was doing S-Mope 7s yesterday as well. So I think like in the next heats we will see like, really sick action.
Right on.
Yuri is coming up as well, so
yeah, we just have to wait. Yeah, as I mentioned, we just got up to heat number 8, which was postponed, and then we were going to go to the first round of the women and then straight back into the second round of men. So we've got starting to see some heavy hitting heats once we get them underway. But Ian, we did just get an update. You just came back from the tower. What's the latest from the race director for the day?
For today, everything is over. We're going to start tomorrow. Skippers meeting 11 o'clock. First possible start 11:30. So yeah, they expect some wind in the afternoon. So I guess tomorrow we'll just take it chill, relax a little bit, and then get ready to start when the wind picks up.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. Straight from Ian Slater's mouth, one of our fixed judges here from the PKRA from Belgium, telling us that the call has been made by the race director that that's it for the day. Conditions are not looking to improve. So we have the first call tomorrow at a skippers meeting at 11. First possible start at 11:30. Yep. So stick around for that. We will be broadcasting live just as soon as we have a definitive start time. So stay posted to the Twitter feed at Pro Kite Tour and PKRA World Tour on Facebook for all those latest updates, as well as you can just check into the webpage, ProKiteTour.com. So in the meantime, this is Dave Tyberski with Ian Sluter. Signing off for the day from the 2013 PKRA Marsala Kitesurf Freestyle World Cup. I had to turn around and read it that time, but by the end of the event, I'm going to have it committed to memory. So thanks for being with us, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ciao.